love the show. So let's go ahead and. But yeah, you really don't think we can fix this?
I mean, I don't think it's fixable. Like within a 2-month period after the fact, after everything's already been filmed, I think we can fix parts of it, maybe. But
this seems like we need alcohol for this.
I wish I had some.
Well, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to do this sober. All right, so. All right.
Yeah, this was a sobering movie. So.
So, all right, let's go and get started.
All right.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Film Talk. I'm Mac.
And I'm Scott.
And we're here. Last time we tried to fix Batman v Superman, and I think we did a pretty damn good job on that one.
Yeah, we had some decent ideas, I think.
Yeah, but now, like I said, we love to push ourselves and we try to push ourselves and make something, try to push ourselves and do something challenging.
I have a very bad feeling about this.
I don't think I have a good feeling about this. Positivity, Scott. Positivity!
We're going to do it.
We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Yeah, we're going to wreck it. So...
I'm going to be totally wizard.
So guys, if you don't know what movie we're doing The Rise of Skywalker. Now, last time we didn't have a formula for the show. Now I feel like we need to have a formula. Let's talk about, before we get into how we're gonna, like we do with the show, we try to take a movie and take a film that's probably not praised by a lot of people, and we try to give our intakes and try to fix it within a 2-month period.
A hypothetical 2-month period.
Hypothetical 2-month period. So before we get to, I think there's some people, if you have not watched this film, go watch it. But if you have not watched this film, we're gonna spoil it. So let's go ahead and talk about let's go ahead and give our review of it, and then we'll try to fix it. You want to go first?
I mean, I think we should just both kind of go together.
Yeah.
That's how this movie went. It was just like, here's a bunch of stuff thrown at you at once.
Yeah. So, God, I got to drink this. I feel like I need alcohol because it's that bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
it's not a good movie.
So, Palpatine is alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where we just saw him in Return of the Jedi literally get dropped into an engine that was laser, and I
still don't fully understand what was going on with Palpatine. He was a clone?
I don't know. I don't know. He shouldn't. We'll get to it when I try to fix it.
Really fucked up clone? I don't know.
Everything.
His fingers are all messed up. Until the dyad shows up, which... What is that?
Yeah.
So much of this doesn't make sense. Like, so much of the plot. A lot of the...
Yeah, how is Rey able to force heal?
I'm fine with the force healing. Just some of the execution doesn't really work. Like, maybe... Like, I was thinking, like, they could have, like, set it up a little earlier, even. Like, right. When she's training in the woods, like, she accidentally heals some... like plant life or something, something small, and then she does the worm, and then Kylo.
Yeah.
Two of threes.
Yeah.
Or 4s, because then Kylo, I guess, would heal her.
We'll get to that when I try to fix it. Okay. So.
Nothing with Leia works.
Nothing.
It's really sad.
It's sad. It really doesn't. I wish. I know that they were trying to push Carrie Fisher to be the new teacher.
Sure, it makes sense. They were going to. Han was the first movie, Luke was the second movie, and Leia would be the third.
All right, it would make sense, but I think it's just bad timing. And she passed away. I mean, it was really bad timing. Like, okay.
Yeah, and they were in a tough position. I don't know what. Like, I mean, ultimately, I think they probably should have just like opened with her death.
Yeah, I think they should have done that.
But then they dragged it out for 2 hours.
Had her
body just sort of lying there for the last 45 minutes.
I think, and I don't want to get into my fixing part of it. I really wish, because this would take more than 2 hours.
Do you have a fix? Because mine is just to cut it.
No. I have a fix, but I think this will take more than 2 months because they would literally have to get rid of Leia.
I would remember last time how I was like, we'll just like superimpose Metallo over Doomsday. What if we did that, but instead of with Leia, it's like Maz Kanata, and like Maz Kanata doesn't die. She's
Yeah,
just, like the leader of the rebels now.
I was thinking more so just Force Ghost Luke just teach her how to use the fucking Force. I thought that would have worked better
You can
because
bring it Force Ghost Luke like earlier on too.
yeah, but I feel like we just need Force Ghost. It made no sense. The ending made no sense where she talked to every last fucking Jedi. You are with us, and I said, what the fuck? Why didn't you teach her shit? You could have told her some stuff. You just like, fuck you, Jedi. You know, it was like that pissed me off. I was like, that is the moment where I was like, oh.
Not gonna lie, on my rewatch this time, like around like the third act, like when right before like the final attack, I just started zoning out.
Yeah. I zoned out like you, but that part really irked me. I was like, I paused. I was like, so you telling me all the Force Ghosts came together to talk to her, and this entire fucking time, they could not have taught her how to use the Force. Instead, you wanted to bring Carrie Fisher. No offense, you wanted to CGI Carrie Fisher instead of giving her a respectable death. You could have Force ghosted shit. You didn't have to do all that shit. Just Force ghosted. It would have been awesome. Because how Luke learned how to do that shit? Nobody was around him.
There's no way in this situation in particular to like really win. Like, like everybody's going to be disappointed that Carrie Fisher couldn't be there.
Yeah, I agree.
Regardless of how it's handled, it's still going to kind of suck.
Right.
Okay. So, and then the rest of the movie, like, you can't really... It's hard to fix around that because so much of the Rebel stuff is built around the Leia footage that they had.
Right. So, I guess to sum it up, people, at the end of the day, I mean, you got to talk about how Rey... spoiler alert, Leia dies, and we got to talk about Rey literally getting killed by Kylo, and Kylo dying, and the kiss. I was kind of irked. What was that?
I don't know.
We didn't need that. That was more of a moment like telling the audience Finn is never gonna get with Rey, and I was like,
they gave him Janna in this movie.
Yeah.
Since Rose like kind of fell off. I
was rooting for Rose. I was rooting for
Poe. I wish that they would have just like had the balls to just make those two gay. Like,
well, you know what? I'm with you too. Yeah, that would have been awesome. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I did like the opening where they were playing chess with Chewie. That was cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun. Not that like, okay, you
like that's like one of the few moments I thought where like they kind of got like the humor right. There's so many other like little banter moments and comedy cues that just don't work in this movie. Right,
but all right, let's get to the part where we probably both of us need some alcohol. Rey Skywalker.
Rey Skywalker or Rey Palpatine?
Rey Skywalker. Well, yeah, Palpatine. Let's start with Palpatine.
Yeah, because they're both bad.
Yeah, they're both bad. Palpatine. Why did they have to include her to be Palpatine's granddaughter?
Because people were mad that she was nobody after The Last Jedi, which I liked.
I liked that.
But in this movie, they had to backtrack so much of what they did in The Last Jedi because a large portion or a vocal portion of the audience really disliked the movie.
But yeah, it didn't work.
And so J.J. Abrams, instead of approaching the movie and being like, how do we naturally develop the sequel? He's like, yeah, let's just ignore it. And the sequels to my movie.
We don't care. I'm just like Last Jedi do not Last Jedi do not exist. I'm going
Parts of The Force Awakens are kind of like contradicted at times too.
Yeah. It hurts, and I did not like that when I was revealed you're Palpatine's grand. I was like, fuck.
When I was sitting in the theater, I saw this at midnight, opening night.
Oh shit, I feel for you.
Yeah, the first line of the opening crawl, I was like, oh no. That's not a good way to start.
It's a dead speak. Oh shit!
Exclamation point! I was just like, oh, wait,
oh god, that's
where this goes.
Oh shit!
Anywhere I liked, really. I mean, there were some things in this movie that work. Like, there's some cool action beats. Right. Poe is good in it. I like Oscar Isaac. In this movie. I wish they gave Finn more to do. Right. Yeah, C-3PO is pretty funny in this movie too. He is. It's. But they never should have given him his memory back. Never should. No, I'm sorry. Like, they keep doing these fake out deaths in this movie, and one of C-3PO. Just let at least the droid. Like, he's not even dead.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
He just has to become friends with you again.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing I couldn't stand. They didn't. How can I? And we're gonna get to that in my fixing. They didn't go through with it. Go through when you do something. Go through it. Don't fake it out. Do it. You know. Yeah. Like own up to it. Like be a man. Be a man, JJ, and do it. Stop trying to tease us and do this shit. You know, that's what I wanted to tell them. You know,
I mean, as much as it would have hurt, I wouldn't have been opposed to Chewbacca dying.
I wouldn't be either.
I just wish that, like, you would get more reaction from, like, Kylo, for instance. He has, like, almost zero reaction to Chewbacca's apparent death, even though he's known the dude his entire life.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing I kind of got mad about, because when you saw Chewbacca die, you were automatically thinking, he's still alive somewhere. You know, that's the thing.
You saw him in the trailer with Lando.
Yeah. And we was like, he got to meet Lando again. Oh, yeah, that's full.
Got to fly the Millennium Falcon with Lando.
Yeah. And Lando was awesome. I
like Lando, but, like, he was kind of shoehorned into the movie.
Yeah, but Billy D. Williams.
I wish they had more of a reason for him to be there.
Yeah, I agree, because to me, he was one of the good parts of the film. When I saw Lando,
like, I mean, he's literally just like another step in their fetch quest.
Right. All right, Rey Skywalker.
That was the thing they did.
Yeah. Why the fuck did you do that?
I mean, I get like what they were going for. They were doing like, the found family thing. But I mean, she barely knew Luke.
Barely.
Leia wasn't a Skywalker, really.
No.
She didn't get that like closure with Vader, so why would she go by Skywalker?
That pissed me off a little bit. Now, after watching it again, I was like, oh, this is Leia.
The idea that last names or family names or whatever mean anything in this universe is silly. We were just talking about Chewbacca. What's Chewbacca's last name?
Yeah. Chewbacca
What's Yoda's last
name? I don't know. We really don't know.
It's irrelevant.
You
just be like, my name's Rey. Oh, cool. Nice to meet you, Rey.
Nice to meet you, Rey. Yeah. Okay, cool. No, it's Rey Skywalker. It's just like they had to add that to it, and it was like, oh.
Finn just had a number. And now it's just Finn. Does Finn have a last name?
No! No, got Poe. Finn don't have a last name. We don't know the... Well, Poe Dameron. No, Poe Dameron.
Poe has a last name.
Yeah, Poe, but we don't know Finn's last name. So I was like, yeah.
Does Admiral Akbar have a last name?
Hell no.
Akbar, his last name?
His last name is a trap. It's a trap.
It was just a weird note to end the movie on.
Yeah.
It also, like the way that they end the movie, they end with Rey just being alone.
Yeah.
On a planet she has no connection to, that's very similar to one she hated growing up. It's also the planet that Luke hated growing up.
Exactly. And she buried the last saber in a place where Luke hated it.
It's and like this is nothing that nobody on the people on the internet have said this stuff like all over the place, but like it's just such a ridiculous ending that like the whole movie felt like watching a really bad fan film.
It felt like watching a bad funeral. Where everybody was throwing stuff around and asking for cash. That's what it felt like. The fans were wanting, like, it literally was a funeral of Star Wars, and the fans was wanting.
Just give me a little Lando. Give me a little Lando.
Yeah, yeah. Just give me a little bit of this. They're like, shut.
Chewie a medal. Chewie deserves a medal.
Give Chewie a fucking medal. Chewie's like, what the fuck?
What if the last shot of this movie was like all of them getting a medal, including Chewie, the way that like the first movie ended?
Yeah.
Like, but she's also with all of her friends.
Right.
And then she looks over and she sees like Luke and Leia, Force Ghosts, and then like Kylo Ren ambles in. He's like, "Hey, I'm still here. I'm in my sweater. I'm dead." It's Return of the Jedi. It's the end of A New Hope. It's everything that JJ loves, and it's still bad, but it's not great. But it's not like Rey Skywalker,
right?
And she doesn't need to like. There's no need for that at all.
Right. I mean, at the end of New Hope, I just felt like Chewie was just saying, "Where's my medal, bitch?"
I was there too.
All right, let's fix this turd.
Let's change this turd.
Yeah, there we go.
Let's make it a different kind of bad.
First thing I want to do. The first thing I want to...
We gotta start with the opening crawl, right?
Yeah, get rid of... Yeah, that got to go. The dead speakers. That's the easiest thing you can do.
It's gotta open with, like, General Leia has died.
Yeah, there we go. Just...
The rebellion is lost. They don't know what they're doing. Rey is studying the Jedi texts.
You know, this is what I had. This is my idea. And I know you're not going to... This is probably the first disagreement we have.
Okay. All right.
I think we need to keep Palpatine's the actor in.
Ian McDiarmid?
Yes. He's going to play Palpatine.
He is. That's in the movie.
Listen to me for a minute. As the show, I feel like as the movie goes along, what if Palpatine turned into Darth Plagueis? Because we don't know. Because I really feel like, I'm taking it from a Christianity side, because I feel like the Jedis are like angels and the dark side is like the devil. In a way, the devil uses what you want to see. So what does Kylo Ren? So if Kylo Ren were to go see Darth Plagueis in there, what would he be like? Oh fuck, who are you? You know, he would try to attack him, but instead he sees Palpatine, a guy that his grandfather was taught by, who literally taught him the dark side. This is the man that he actually kind of got to respect. It would make more sense. It makes no sense that would get rid of the whole fucking clone thing. It would make more sense that, you know, hey, you know, my essence, like he literally puts his essence into what was left of Palpatine's body and tried to form it together and mesh it together and tries.
So he takes the remains from Death Star?
Huh?
He takes the remains of Palpatine from the Death Star?
Yeah.
That's one of my big problems with this movie.
Huh?
There wouldn't be any remains.
That's a good question, but I feel like
I think their solution was that that Palpatine in this movie is a clone, and he's for some reason all fucked up and losing fingers and stuff. I don't understand it really.
I don't understand that, but I really don't want Palpatine. Let me put it like this: I don't want Palpatine alive in this film.
My mind was also going to Plagueis.
Yeah, I was thinking.
It was my joke answer would have been like, just make it Jar Jar.
Yeah. Like, missile! Nah,
He could meet in the middle. He could turn into like a Gungan, who is Darth Plagueis. We don't know what Darth Plagueis is.
yeah, we don't know what Darth Plagueis is. So I think I don't know. They're not saying right now. I don't think the books are not canon, right? Those books are not canon.
Which books? Because some of the books are now.
Well, in the books we have never gotten a distinctive look to what Darth Plagueis looked like, right? Am I correct?
Not to my knowledge.
So why not? Why can't we just say that it's somebody that can morph into whatever he wants? So
like a shapeshifter?
Yeah.
Like that bounty hunter from that tried to kill Padme that one time?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not opposed to it. It wouldn't be the dumbest thing in this movie.
Yeah, it would be. It would make a lot more sense. It's like, hey, I'm actually Darth Plagueis. This is my real form. This is who I am.
I mean, like, you could even open it kind of similarly, maybe. I don't know. My idea was that, like, they're both kind of, like, that Kylo Ren doesn't go to Exegol at the beginning. He kind of, like, he finds out about Exegol, and Rey finds out about it through the Jedi texts, and they both are racing to find Exegol.
Right.
So that's why that makes more sense why they keep running into each other, because they're both trying to find the same things to lead them.
Right. So which leads me to my other thing, we have Darth Plagueis, which we both agree Darth Plagueis should be in this film. If that happens,
I mean, I don't think that he should be either, but yeah, it's better than Palpatine.
Yeah, it's better. If that happens, that fixed the whole concept of the other thing. Rey Palpatine. She's no longer a Palpatine.
She's still just nobody.
And it makes it feel good.
And she doesn't need to be anybody.
Yes. It makes it feel better. It makes it feel a lot more better than what it is.
It feels more like a continuation of The Last Jedi, at least.
Right.
That's what, like, The Last Jedi was doing. It was,
right.
Like, it was setting up the idea that you don't need to be from a family line to have, to be a special Jedi or whatever.
Right.
And this movie is like, nope, you do. You need to be a Palpatine or a Skywalker or a Kenobi or that guy with the tentacles. It doesn't matter.
Okay. And here's another one I want to think of the fix. And I don't. You're probably gonna disagree with me. I love Lando, and you know I love him to death. I love Lando. Rose comes in and saves Finn. Finn just saves him. She saves him.
Oh, at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that works. I would like to give Rose more to do in this movie.
Right. I feel like she
sort
saves...
Of like Leia's assistant.
Yeah. I would like to see her save him, and they lock eyes, and they kiss. I want that to happen.
Or, like, have her, like, trying to coordinate, like, all these other, like, these non-rebellion ships.
Right.
Like, get to this attack. Like, she's building up to that this whole time, so it's not just like, hey, Lando, go get it, and 30 minutes later, he's there.
Right. So I want them to... Look, I'm just ended it all. I want Rose... I know you want the gay thing.
And also have Rose with Maz Kanata, working with Maz Kanata.
Yeah.
Like, Maz Kanata can have, like, a thing with Lando.
Yeah! God, I like that. We're making this film a lot better. Yeah, we're making it watchable. So like I said, I want that. Poe ends up with that bounty hunter eventually. He locks eyes and like, okay, you want to go in the bushes? Okay, let's go.
I'm still trying to like figure out what was going on. Like they kind of kill her, and then she comes back at the end with Babu Frick.
Yeah.
And like when she's first introduced, she just sort of like she seems to hate Poe for some reason.
Right.
Like she abandoned her or whatever. And then within like 2 minutes, she's like, yeah, here's my, this thing that I've been saving to get off of this planet for years. and like maybe I'll come with you at some point and I'll join your rebellion. Like, it's nothing is earned with her character.
Nothing is earned.
Yeah, that's the whole. Yeah, just specifically, that's sort of fine.
Speaking of earned, I love Harrison Ford coming back and talking to Kylo. I did like that.
It was a good scene.
It was a good scene.
I wish it came earlier in the movie.
I wish it did too. I wish what I want in this film is more so Harrison Ford is still in this film, but he's just literally just haunting Kylo Ren every
I'm
once in
cool
a
with the
while.
one scene, honestly. Like, because I wish that they didn't drag out Kylo's redemption if they're gonna do his redemption. Like, I think they should have cut out one whole planet from that fetch quest.
Oh, you're gonna hate my ending.
Oh, he's the villain? Is he still gonna be the villain?
No. Watch, my ending's gonna be opposite of that.
Oh,
Um,
that's kind of this one.
all right. So, you want me to go ahead and tell you what I want to do?
Yeah. Let's. We're jumping around. It doesn't matter.
All right. What I really want to do is look. My problem with that is Kylo all of a sudden can learn how to force heal, and I hated that. So when Rey dies, just as Ivan Drago said in Rocky, he dies.
With
I know.
leading to the same ending. That's the thing. Like, are we changing the ending?
Yeah. I want Rey to die. I know a lot of Star Wars scenes are gonna go. Oh no! You better not let Rey. Look. Here's my problem. The problem with the film is I feel like even in the original movie, I felt like Rey's arc was done. We knew she was a Palpatine. She conquered everything. It felt like a done arc.
So
Kylo,
like a martyr
yeah,
kind of figure.
yeah. I felt like her arc was done. She. What more can she do? I understand she's good, but
I don't disagree that in the movie doesn't either. They kind of leave her at a place of like, where is she going?
Yeah, where she's going, yeah, and
Even gonna be with these people anymore?
Yeah. But if you flip it and like Kylo does it, and Kylo's still alive, I know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you.
There's some interesting ideas that could like develop from that.
Yeah. You could literally like my ending would be she dies, Kylo mourns her, hugs her, cries.
Also fits the title more.
Yeah, he rises.
Exactly, as Skywalker, as the last Skywalker.
That's the last Skywalker. I like that,
Like,
and
it's. I'm still. I think that's better than where I was thinking.
Because my ending was gonna be Kylo goes back to the Jedi Temple where Luke was, and he goes and walks around, looks at everything, picks up the robe that Luke had, and then as he's going back, that kid in Last Jedi who we know has the Force has literally comes to the temple and says, "I have been hitchhiking all the way around these.
I've been space hitchhiking.
Space hitchhiking. It's funny, but I'm serious. I've been hitchhiking from starcraft to starcraft to get to this planet because a voice in my head has been telling me to come here." And Kylo knows it's the Force, and he literally just at the end of the film he says, you don't have to be frightened, kid. You know, he holds up the hand just as Luke did in. Just as Rey was handing up the lightsaber to Luke, he's holding out his hand to the kid, trying to tell him, "Come with me, and I'll teach you all you need to know." You know, he literally is trying to restore the Jedi Temple and get the students.
It's not bad. I think it's a little rushed.
I know it's rushed, but we only got 2 fucking months.
Going from like redemption to I'm starting the Jedi Temple over again.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I don't know. I think I would have preferred more like I like where you're going. I don't like Broom Kid coming back. I think I like the idea of Broom Kid, but I think Broom Kid being anybody, you know.
Yeah.
I don't like him being like the first student in the new Jedi Temple.
Yeah, I want somebody. I just feel like I understand where you're coming from, but I feel like Kylo should just go there and just. I feel like it should end with him on that island.
Well, I don't. Why would it end up with him on that island? He has no connection to that island. It would be like Rey ending in Tatooine.
That is true.
I think it would have been like a more meaningful ending if it ends with him being embraced by the rebellion almost. exposed for the first time. Like, they're really trepidatious of them going in, and then they're like, okay, I mean, I guess, it's like, we'll see.
Really, what I'm trying to do is,
You're here.
This is what I'm trying to do. And
like, even have Lando do it, because Lando, like, was a traitor at first, and then they saw him.
Yeah, I feel like this is what I want to do. I'm trying to close the damn loop. They closed the damn loop, and I'm trying to close the damn loop.
I think you closed the loop with Rey. With Rey dying. I think that's the end of the Jedi and the Sith.
Yeah. Like,
I don't think from that point on you need a Jedi or a Sith. I think having a Jedi temple after that moment would undercut her sacrifice.
Right,
because like she is sacrificing, she's ending both lines.
Right.
Because she has all the Jedi in her, and he has all of the Sith in him.
Right, and now he's just like, okay, I can go live a normal life. I think I would just like, if I had a new ending, this is my secret ending, I just want Kylo Ren to be a wanderer. Just a wanderer. Just enjoy life.
Yeah. I mean, have him be like a lone hero who goes out. He doesn't, like a Ronin. He doesn't have he's not part of a Jedi order, a Sith order, whatever. He's trying to do good to make up for all of the bad that he's done.
And then we just go crazy and just go just play just at the end of we just go, and just for jokes, just for giggles, I'm not serious here. We literally get Queen playing in the background as he's walking away.
Yeah.
You're thinking about it like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't like the idea of starting a new Jedi temple, because like so much of the last movie was about how the Jedi made so many mistakes, and like, I don't know, it seems like restarting after Palpatine dies, after like the amalgamation of all the Sith dies, and after the amalgamation of all the Jedi dies, to restart that whole thing over again is only going to lead to like a new Sith rising up again.
Right, I agree, but the problem is, here's the issue: Disney is not going to want to end it.
That leaves it open in a much different way, in a similar way to the way The Last Jedi ended.
Right. I like I said, I think we're doing a damn good job so far, because
I don't know, man. I don't know if this is fixing anything.
But, I mean,
this movie is just fundamentally broken.
It's broken, but we're doing our best. Damn it, we're doing our best.
Yeah, we're doing our best, and therefore no one should criticize us.
It's not what we came from. It's terrible to it's watchable. I think we getting it so far to probably in the fresh range.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I don't think I said this from the get-go, but I think we need to cut out like a half hour of this movie entirely.
Yeah, there's some scenes I want to cut. I do want to cut.
And yet somehow also add things.
Yeah, I want to cut the worm scene.
I don't. I like the worm scene.
Okay, we finally disagreeing on some shit.
I think the worm scene actually works. I think because like you have to kind of build to the force healing, right? Is it?
Right,
I guess not. I guess not if Kylo doesn't force heal her.
Yeah. If we go my ending, it makes sense.
Yeah, I like the way yours ended with like some changes. I don't like I said, I don't like the Jedi Temple.
Okay. Well, Jedi Temple.
That, for instance, he doesn't force heal her, so he doesn't. But he has to be force healed at some point.
Right.
So you kind of still need the worm scene.
Yeah.
Otherwise, she just heals him out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. Personally, like I said, I love the point of, like I said, I love the fact that, that's the thing. I really, and look, the problem, let me just make this perfectly clear. Unlike Superman, because I always hate Superman. I don't hate Rey. I don't hate Rey. I do not hate Rey. I love Rey. I want Rey to be in sequels. I want Rey to be in the next Star Wars. The problem is the hand that I was dealt with for 2 fucking months, and the way JJ set up the fucking film, it makes more sense for her to die.
Yeah.
It makes more sense for her to die. So I'm just making that sure. I just want to make
And
that.
it also does the like kind of like the loop of like how Anakin was kind of a Jesus figure. Now
Yeah.
she's kind of like a martyr type figure too.
Right. I just don't. I'm not trying to like. I don't like. Anybody go out there and say I hate Daisy Ridley. I said no. I love Daisy Ridley. It's great. I think she's an awesome actress. I want her in the fucking MCU.
She was doing a lot with crap in this movie.
Yeah. And I think she don't even like it.
Oh no, I don't think. I think everybody was having a pretty bad time.
Yeah.
There are moments where you look at Adam Driver and he's just like, "What am I doing?
I should be doing more."
I was in Black Klansman. I'm in good movies.
I'm an Academy Award nominated fucking actor, and I'm doing this shit. Damn it.
I feel like he really took his anger from this movie out on that wall in Marriage Story.
Yeah. Like, fucking piece of shit. Why is a skywalker? I shouldn't fucking do it.
Yeah. Okay, real quick, let's talk about Hux as the spy.
Go ahead.
I like it. I just don't think they do anything with it.
No.
I wish they had done more with it. I wish they didn't just immediately kill him and then replace him with just the guy who's like an older version of what he was for the first two movies.
I wish they did more. What I wish there was more hints that he was a spy, because we had no damn hints.
they're angling towards the idea that Pride, the new guy, is the spy. And then like, nope, he's the spy.
Yeah, like, because I would. It's nice. I'll give JJ. This is when we give JJ some credit. It was a good twist because I was not expecting Hux. Hux was like, no.
I guess. I'm not going to give him that much credit for that one.
You were expecting Hux to be the spy.
Look, and I don't hate it. I don't hate the fact that he is the spy. I like that, but I don't think that it's like a great twist.
Well,
I think especially rewatching it, it's pretty obvious that.
Yeah, when you rewatch it, but the first look, you're like, okay, I didn't see that coming.
But even then, like the first time I watched it, I was like, oh, okay, now do something.
Yeah. I would
like, have him go off with Finn and Poe and whatnot.
Look, and this is the thing I think that they took away from Last Jedi that I miss, was the fact that in Last Jedi, he was like more of a vocal point in the damn film, which was fun. Because I remember he was like, my favorite scene with Hux is when he told him, "You will stand down! You will stand..." Anybody else want to tell me to stand there? Nope. I love what, you know what, and this is the funny thing. When your film makes me like the one that everybody hates better, you have a problem. I love
more with him and Kylo, because like that was his whole driving force.
Right.
So like, show us that. Don't just tell us that and then kill him.
Yeah, I mean, because I love Last Jedi. Now that I watched Rise of Skywalker, I love Last Jedi even more.
It's a much better ending.
It's a much better ending, much better cohesive story. It was interesting. And now I'm watching. I was like, I don't get the hate for Last Jedi. It was a good film. Now I thought it was a
good film then. Yeah,
was a good. It was like
all of these movies have their problems. This one most of all.
Most definitely. I mean, big question though: is this worse than the prequels?
It's worse than one of the prequels.
Okay,
I'm sorry, like because the first two prequels, Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones, they're just so bad all around. Like as far as execution and dialogue, everything.
Yeah, Yoda literally jumping around in the air. Oh god.
Like, yeah, there are some cool moments and it's innovative.
Yeah.
But they're not good movies.
No.
This isn't a good movie. Revenge of the Sith isn't a great movie, but
it was better than those of those.
More coherent than this.
Yeah, I mean, Revenge of the.
I'll give those two movies. Those are a little bit more coherent than this one too.
Wow.
They're telling a story. They're telling like a fairly like easy to follow story. This one is just like it's moving at such a fast pace that you're not keeping up with what they're putting out. Like Rey think she killed Chewie, and they don't breathe about that for a second. They're just like, yeah, like, Chewie's sacrifice will be for nothing. It's like, he didn't sacrifice himself. Rey killed him. Like, you guys need to talk about this.
He's a murderer.
Like, you're hanging out with a murderer who is apparently a Palpatine?
Yeah,
like,
yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
Talk about this.
Look, so I have a feeling. Look, I have a theory. I think somehow, some way, George Lucas snuck into the literally like held a gun in J.J. Abrams' head and literally told him, "Fucking do this."
I think this is all J.J. and Chris Terry on that. I think J.J. was like, I just want to throw in a bunch of things that people recognize.
Yeah. Next thing you know, we're gonna see E.T. pop up. It's okay.
Like, why is Luke's lightsaber even there? They destroy it in The Last Jedi. Why is it even in the movie?
Jesus Christ, this movie sucks.
Yeah, so it would just make sense. Like, here, it even builds like no Luke's lightsaber. She just has Leia's, or even her own. She just has her own yellow lightsaber, and when she passes it to Kylo, she is weaponless now against Palpatine. Palpatine kills her. Kylo comes in, kills Palpatine, and then
kills. No. Doesn't kill Palpatine.
Plagueis, sorry.
Plagueis. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Kills Plagueis, and then goes off and becomes a Ronin.
Yeah. That would be awesome. And then we could just do Star Wars, a Ronin story.
Yeah, or just don't. I like Adam Driver. I think like if you get the right people behind it, it could be a good movie. I don't want to see it right now.
I don't want to see Star Wars probably for another 4 years.
I'm gonna watch Mandalorian season 2.
Yeah. I mean,
but like as far as the movies go, we'll see.
Well, I mean, look, the reason why I feel like it would make sense for, and I know you don't want to do the Jedi Temple, but Mandalorian, we got another Yoda. So
got a Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda, yeah. So
by the point in these movies, how old is he supposed to be? Because that's supposed to take place when?
I think that was supposed to take place between
Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens.
Right.
Yeah. So, like that baby is now like I don't know. Let's just say like 70, 80.
Yeah.
It's got to be what like a little kid.
Yeah.
Maybe.
A
little kid Yoda now. Like,
yeah, you're the kid Yoda.
It's just like the adventures of little kid Yoda and Kylo Ren.
Oh, awesome. See, there we go! Pass on what you know.
This little kid Yoda in a Mandalorian helmet.
Oh!
Yeah, this is all of the fan service.
Yeah, just literally have Yoda in a Mandalorian, and then he just takes Kylo Ren. It's like there's a deleted scene where Kylo Ren is a little just going into somewhere and he's drinking and the whole.
They're in Dexter Jettster's new diner.
Yeah, and then somebody just popped up and said, "I don't like you." He said, "Okay, my friend don't like you either." Okay. Get away. And then all of a sudden, instead of him just literally going to slice his hand off, Baby Yoda just goes up in there and goes, just throws him to the side and just literally says, I heard that you're a Jedi.
now we're just like, it's old Kylo Ren. Or no, it's old, I guess it would be old Yoda.
Old Yoda.
Not old Yoda. Still kid Yoda.
Kid Yoda, and then he has his mask on and everything, and just like, oh crap. And he's trying to teach him the laser.
Old Mandalorian, if anything, if he shows up.
Yes!
Mandalorian.
Old man, the Mandalorian. Oh shit. I have spoken. Oh shit. But realistically, I really do think, all in all, if I could pick one thing to fix about this film, because I do think Plagueis would be hard to do. I think if they kill...
we could just be like, yeah, Plagueis, but he kind of looks like Palpatine.
Yeah. We could play it, but it would be tough to do it because you would have to shoot a lot of scenes and make it a little bit different. So if you want the big fix that wouldn't take much time, that I know we can get done in 2 months, is killing Rey.
Yeah, I mean that's a good fix. My big fix, if I was only able to do like one thing, get rid of Leia.
Yeah,
Just Leia entirely and like superimpose Maz Kanata as the leader of the rebellion.
yeah, I
That way
would
you're
want
able
to.
to build scenes naturally instead of building them around dialogue that you already had.
Right, right. And like I said, I don't. I understand what you're saying. I don't think Disney's gonna. My problem is you're going your route. I'm going the Disney route. I'm going to.
Hey man, we're fixers. We come
Yeah,
in, Disney fucked up.
Disney fucks up, and we're like,
So we're coming in and we're like, hey, we're gonna fix this shit. We're two
yeah,
dudes on the internet.
yeah. I mean, we're just gonna tell this is Disney. Is like literally, you got to tell Disney. You said you got two options. You can take out Carrie Fisher, or you can kill Ray. You got two options. We're fixing this film.
It
You
doesn't
got
sound great just from like an optics standpoint. It just doesn't sound great. Hey, like, okay, you either got to get rid of one woman or the other woman in this movie. It doesn't sound great.
It doesn't sound great, but
this movie, like, I want to add more, like, Rose and like maybe do something different with Jana because Jana is just Lady Finn.
Yeah, I really wish we could do more, but like I said, 2 month period, you can't do that. We would have to literally reshoot the whole damn movie to fix this.
Hey, I said before we filmed, like, we should just do, like, cut everything and do a 20-minute version and just put that out in theaters. Like, this is the end.
Well, we both agree that the easiest fix is probably not going to take 2 months, but just going to take probably 5 minutes. It's just get rid of the dead speak.
That's one thing that they really need to get rid of. They need to overhaul the whole opening crawl. But again, yeah, that's just typing.
So the question is, from now on, if we see something that says the dead speak in a crawl or anything, we know that.
When's that ever going to come up again?
It might happen again. Well, we know this film is fucked.
Like in the next Pirates of the Caribbean. Jeffrey Rush is going to be like, the dead speak.
The dead speak. And then you're just like, oh, fuck.
You know this movie?
Damn it. Then Johnny Depp's not in the fuck.
The resurrection of Johnny
Depp. Jack Sparrow is dead.
Rise of Sparrow.
Oh, shit. All right, so I guess we're good. So anything else?
No. I think that's about as good as we can do.
Yeah. Guys.
I mean, still give Rey that last "be with me" moment when she hears all the Jedi. And really give the drive to do her final sacrifice.
Yeah. I
also would have liked to have seen them. Like, did you ever see Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. All the avatars.
Show all the avatars. Like, they should. I mean, they ripped off Avatar in a bunch of ways in this movie anyway. Just go all the way, man.
Just go all the way. Show. Yeah. I want to see.
Like, imagine if that was the reveal of like Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka Tano. I didn't watch the show.
Yeah. I think what they should. I agree with you. I think they should show everybody there. Anakin.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan, everybody.
Hey to get Liam Neeson back in Qui-Gon gear.
Oh, yes! Or Qui-Gon just go up there and just like, I don't think we heard Qui-Gon. Was Qui-Gon there?
You hear Qui-Gon.
Oh, man, I didn't hear him. Said,
yeah, get like Freddie Prinze Jr. as his character from Rebels. You know? Go all out.
Yeah, I do agree. I mean, I do wish I do, and I don't know when they're going to do this Obi-Wan biopic, whatever it is.
Well, it's not a biopic. He's not a real person.
Obi-Wan.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be a biopic.
Oh, my bad. Well, I really can we just say he's a real person? No, this Obi-Wan.
Yeah, these all took place a long time ago in galaxies far, far away. So they're all biopics.
Yeah. It's real. No, the Obi-Wan story.
The show, yeah.
I mean,
I don't know when that's coming out.
Is it a show or a story? Is it a movie?
Show. It's going to be a show.
Yeah, I really hope that they bring back Qui-Gon Jinn as like Force shows because I want to see the Wiser Jedi.
It would be cool to see that, yeah, just the ones because he is the guy who apparently taught Obi-Wan how to do it.
Yeah,
or taught Yoda how to do it, I guess.
Yeah. What about? I thought he did talk Count Dooku. Did he?
I don't know. Count Dooku never comes back as a ghost, does he?
No, no. I think he's dead.
He just gets his head chopped off and dies.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
In a PG-13 movie for kids.
Yeah. Palpatine just told him do it. Okay, do it.
Great moment.
Yeah, great moment. Great moment. Do it. I was like, okay.
Does it?
Like, no, don't do it.
You see, like, the struggle in Anakin's eyes. He's like, should I? Okay, yeah, I guess.
Okay, yeah, you took my arm.
I wish you got more of that with Rey and all of the, like, dirty stuff she does in this movie. She straight up murders Kylo Ren. She brings him back, but she's the one who kills him the first time.
I feel like, and that's my issue, because it hurts me every time, because I go back to Return of, like, when I watched this film, I watched all the Star Wars film from A New Hope, all the way, not the prequels, because I didn't have to go through that again. The New Hope, all the way to Rise of Skywalker. And it hurts me because when I watch Return of the Jedi, he keeps screaming, Palpatine keeps screaming, strike me down, and your path to the dark side will be all but complete. And that kind of was like, so Rey is killing people, so should she be?
And then at the end, she's just sort of like, yeah, I guess I'll kill you.
Yeah,
that's what you want me to do, and like, you want to take my body?
Yeah,
fine, I guess that's what I'm gonna do now. And then she gets like the message from Kylo, and realizes that she's not alone, and then she decides to change.
Right. I just, it gets on my nerves that I keep hearing that. So it messes up the lore of, okay, so if you strike down Palpatine, wouldn't that make you the next Dark Lord?
Yeah, would Palpatine have transferred into Luke at that moment?
Yeah.
Like, it really changes the way you have to look at the rest of the films.
Yeah.
Because this is like, what would have happened if Luke had gone through with Palpatine's plan? Was it the same as in this movie? Would he have gone through Luke? I don't know.
That's the thing that kind of pisses me off. I was like, so the whole point is to kill Palpatine, but if you kill Palpatine, he would... See, the lore doesn't make sense. And that's... I understand that we're not going Return of the Jedi here, but I was like, yeah, but he was already so powerful that if you kill him, then you would become the next. So I had this
plan with Anakin before he got all fucked up by Obi-Wan. And then he was like, oh, you've got kids, so it'll be fine. I'll just have kids.
Hi, Graham.
Was his original plan to be like, okay, I'm gonna have Anakin kill me, and then Anakin's gonna take over I'm gonna take over Anakin's body.
Right.
But then Anakin's body got all fucked up, so he was like, I don't want that robot body.
No, I don't want that shit.
I don't want that. I don't want that guy. He can't breathe. I'm gonna take his son.
Yeah, that's what his plan was. He's gonna take his body. Because when I don't think at the time, at the beginning of the film, I don't in the Rise of the Revenge of the Sith, I don't think his plan was to. His plan originally was before his plan wasn't originally to take over Anakin's body. I think his plan was to have a backup plan. I need a backup plan, so this is my backup plan.
I think up until this movie, the plan was just the Emperor wanted to have an apprentice. I think that was what his whole deal was. He was like, there has to be, there's a rule of two.
Yeah.
So there have to be two Siths. So there's going to be me, and there's going to be this guy. But there was nothing in there about him stealing bodies.
Yeah, and then this is the point. That point goes to shit when we watch Rise of Skywalker, because there's no two. There's no two anymore. It's just one.
Kylo, I guess, would have been the two in that sense. Until he becomes Ben again. And then that's when Palpatine is like on his own now. And that's why she's able to kill him. I don't know. It would have been much better if it was like I said. But look, let me tell you something, Disney. It would sound a lot better to hear Ben say, instead of say, "What's your name, boy?" Ben Skywalker. Ben Solo. It would have been better to hear that, because you go, "Oh, he's no longer Kylo. Yeah, he's fully
transform.
Yeah, it would have been better. It also, like, I mean, we all kind of would have gotten it because they kind of said it like 3 times throughout the movie. They're like, hey, you're not Kylo, you're Ben now. Like Han says it to him. Yeah.
I really wanted I wanted Ben to ride.
I want him to live in what he did. I want him to have to like atone for.
That's what I wanted. That was my problem.
And,
I was.
Like, I like your idea that Rey dies, but if Disney would be like, no, Rey has to live too, I'm fine with that too.
Yeah, but Ben did not earn his death. That was my problem.
No, he doesn't.
He didn't earn that damn death. Just because you sat up there, gave your life back to Rey, you didn't earn to die. You need to live, damn it, because you did a lot of shit. Huh?
This whole movie is people not dealing with consequences of their actions.
Yeah.
Like, Rey never deals with the consequences of her actions throughout the movie.
Yeah.
And neither does Kylo at the end.
Kylo still got to deal with it.
Does one big sacrificial move, and he's forgiven.
He's forgiven. Oh yeah, you're forgiven. No, you killed your dad. You tried to kill Luke, but
I mean, he's party to killing many planets.
Yeah. I mean,
the entire rebellion at one point, because like everybody but like a dozen people was dead at the end of The Last Jedi.
Right. I mean, if you compare that to Anakin as Darth Vader, I feel like his death was earned because
you can make the argument there too, like, and also like his sacrifice ultimately meant nothing because he kills Palpatine, but Palpatine's still out there.
Yeah. Like Anakin's just like, fuck. What did I do to? Fuck. Damn it.
In Vader's redemption, like he's barely beyond redemption. He's ruined as a person. Like he doesn't, like he doesn't get to come back.
Right.
Like he was too far gone. That was just the only thing he could do at the time. He just
right. He knew, but the reason why it was earned was because the fact that he kept screaming. He kept telling them like, "I'm too far gone. I can't be saved."
They actually build to it more in those movies too.
Yeah, that's the reason it was earned. I was like, okay, I kind of can give you your death because
and the only person who's redeemed in the eyes of is Luke.
Yeah,
nobody else saw what he did. Nobody knows what he did.
Right,
it's just Luke's eyes.
Well, like Luke earned his death because at the end he went away, he came back. That's the reason everybody was complaining about his death. I was like, yeah,
ultimately they're similar, and JJ was obviously trying to go for that in this, but like it was built to and earned in those previous movies. Plus, you have the prequels that help bolster Vader. I guess it doesn't really for me, but I get it.
Yeah, I get it now. All right,
but this one, I don't know. Doesn't work.
All right, I guess we good now.
Yeah, I think so.
Square.
Yeah, we did what we could.
Yeah, it's still shit so, but it's
did
not
the best of what we were given.
Yeah, it's not. It's a shit sandwich, but not a soggy one. So what film should we do next?
Oh, do I have to pick?
Oh, do I? No, you picked last time, did you?
I did. I regret it now.
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna give you a choice. It's my choice, but I'm gonna give you 2. All right.
Okay. All right.
Yes, I'm giving a big sigh.
And don't just make it like 2 of the Bond movies.
Hell no. Daredevil.
Okay. All right.
And I don't want to do that now. We need to wait on that one. We need to wait for that one until Schneider gets his cut out.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Dark Knight Rises.
Dark Knight Rises. I have to go with Daredevil, man. I gotta go with Daredevil. That one I feel like would be more fun.
Yeah, it would be fun to do Daredevil. Can I just give you a brief synopsis of what I think?
Can we save it for the episode?
No. It would take. No, this is if I had to go, had to rework Dark Knight from scratch. 2 movies.
Yeah,
It needs to be
fair.
2 movies. I agree with Chandler often said.
And I'm sure we'll eventually get to the Dark Knight Rises.
Right. It's a film. But next time we're doing Wake Me Up Inside.
Oh, my whole pitch is just going to be to add more Evanescence.
Oh crap!
Nothing but Evanescence.
Oh shit! We gotta talk about Ben Affleck's first film superhero.
I loved this movie when it came out. I'm just gonna full disclosure up front.
I mean, I loved it, and I didn't hate Ben Affleck. I
thought he was a good Daredevil.
You never thought
I was like a teenager at the time. I don't remember.
Yeah. I thought he was a look. I think we'll get to it when we get to the review.
Yeah, we'll talk about the episode.
All right. So you got anything to plug, Mia?
No, just the show is rotten. I'm on that one with Mac here. Yeah, I show up on other shows on this network. I'm at Chewbacca Defense on Twitter, so I'm a Star Wars fan, as you can tell.
Of course.
This movie did not give off that impression. I am a Star Wars.
No, everyone's like, "Oh, he's a Star Wars."
I used to make fan films just like The Rise of Skywalker when I was a teenager.
Oh crap!
Yeah,
oh,
it's the same quality as The Rise of Skywalker.
Wow, that should tell you how shitty. If he can do better, come on, Disney.
They're professionals.
We're professionals, pros. All right, so I guess I got to plug, guys. I'm at Pool. Go ahead and watch all our stuff. Like Scott said, go watch Israel Rotten, a lot more shows. Also, gonna be starting up probably my partner up a show that we've been working on probably for like 1 year now. Dope albums. Make sure you go watch that and go watch Let's Make It Better videos. I've been doing them like crazy. Go watch our latest episode, which is my episode on. Should be my episode on Shadow Warrior, so make sure you go watch that. And make sure you go watch all our live content. And guys, we're gonna keep doing this once a month. So we're gonna get this out next month. So this should be the month of July. Hopefully we're not in where everything's better, but I doubt it because it's probably not. But anyway, I want to thank y'all for watching. We'll see you on another episode of Film Talk. See you. Bye.